everyone, welcome to ETimes. The trailer of Bestseller looks pretty gripping and like it's packed with twists and turns. So first things first, have you read the book?
Thank you so much for having me online, Shivani. I'm glad the trailer is getting such great response. No, I have not read the book. I purposely did not read the book because then I would have had some kind of preconceived notions about the characters and everything. And I wanted to completely take a fresh, move on this role and the series on the whole. And more so, it's not exactly an adaptation of the book. It's inspired by the book. So a lot has changed as we came on to making the series from the book.
So what kind of prep did you do for Tahir? I mean, obviously there's no physical prep involved, but there's a lot of emotions and it's like high on drama as well. So what did you have to prepare for it?
You just said it yourself. There was a lot of emotional prep that you had to do apart from physical transformation because what happens is that this is a very layered, complex character and very, very intriguing in his own way. He's not a straightforward, linear guy. So lots of ups and downs in his life, which is going great, and suddenly a stranger comes into his life and everything kind of changes forever. So in that respect, the way we were shooting also, the way the director had planned to shoot the series was also not linear. So you had to be very, very neutral in your state of mind and leave it to the director the way he wanted to shoot. And because at some point you will be doing a very soft and nice and light scene, and suddenly you get into a very, very intense, intriguing, aggressive mode in the next scene, and then you go back again to the previous one. So that switch over actually sometimes becomes really difficult because after all, you're a human being. I mean, you're not a machine that you can be switched on and off as you wish. So that kind of preparation is while you're shooting, you kind of get into the mold of the character, and slowly there is a then you get into the rhythm of it. So all of those things went into play. I obviously, like us mentioned, like you had mentioned, that physically transformation I had to do because at some point in the series he's completely down and out in life, Tahir, and he's hit rock bottom, and he's got a very different kind of a look where I had to grow my beard for about a month, grow my hair longer, look like somebody who has been completely out of his senses. So, as simple as it may sound, somebody might say कि बाल लंबे करने में दाढ़ी बढ़ाने में क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But that's not the point. These kind of things only go into making the look. The point is that when you get the look right, 50% of your job is done. So it has to be very right according to what you are playing. So yeah, lots of things go into making a character, and it looks very simple on screen that, okay, fine, no problem.
Absolutely. Just as a follow-up question, like I'm really keen to know, as you said, like the character was pretty complex. So, like, did it take a toll on your personal life, like off the screen? Like you're on the screen, you're switching between emotions, but off it, like, did it affect your personality or anything?
Not really, not really, not at all, because I think that's what we have to learn as actors, that leave your work, even though we are one industry who takes work back home into the middle of the night and everywhere possible, whether you are in the shower or whatever, you just can't stop thinking and discussing about your work. But still one makes sure that you leave your work behind and not carry the burden of what you have played, whether good, bad, ugly, on the set to back home, because then you will never be out of it, because when you were involved in it, you still get involved in it. But then I think at some point you have to cut it off and switch it off, because if it starts trickling down into your personal life, then you're done. Then you had it.
True. Like also like coming to Mithun ji, he's also making a debut with this series. So like sharing the frame with him.
Mithun sir, but yeah, I mean, like I've been constantly saying that his humility, his enthusiasm, even after like 300 films, national awards, and many other awards and accolades, and his illustrious career of a superstar, still childlike, still enthusiastic, like the first day of the shoot in his career, probably, and humility to the core, keeping the whole set very, very light at the same time, interacting with everybody, not just keeping to himself, which makes you feel so relaxed and comfortable when you're working with such a superstar. I'm so much junior to him, but I never even felt once that there was a kind of a age divide also, to be honest, because the way he will treat you, the way it would be like equals. And I think this is one thing that we need to imbibe and learn every day, that superstars don't become superstars and go on for decades just because of their merit, but because of their their human nature and the way they deal with people.
Also, like if you had to reminisce one incident from the shoot of this bestseller, which like you remember maybe forever.
I'll remember forever for sure. I mean, apart from good shoot and best of the scenes and emotional scenes and good performances and accolades you get flapping on the set for doing something. I already broke my hand on the shoot. I broke my finger. I've got a screw inside my knuckle because of that. Yeah. I've got a screw here inside, so my hand really got screwed up. That's something I'll never forget because it was an accident. It was by mistake, only my own doing. Actually speaking, I was supposed to hit my hand on the wall, and it kind of there was a imbalance and there was a wrong, angle that I hit it. At that moment, I didn't realize it was just a pain, and obviously you feel that okay, fine, you hit something solid, it's going to hurt. Only the next morning I got to know that something is really wrong, and I got an X-ray done, and it was a bad fracture. So that's something I'm never forgetting for sure.
Also, like they're like two power women. There's Gauhar and Shruti. So if you could share experience of working with them, and obviously like you've shined really in the trailer. So like the three of you all look like pretty much in symmetry in the trailer. So if you could throw some light on that.
I'm glad that there's chemistry is coming across really well, like you said. We tried our best. See, what happens is chemistry also happens when you are feeding off each other's energies, feeding off each other's, so to say, acting also. And with me and Shruti, it happened so that I remember one scene where I'm supposed to be saying some dialogues to her and she's reacting to me. It was a good take, but then the director said, let's do one more. And I probably went a little notch down in that. And she pinpointed, says, Arjan, the last time you did what you did, I was feeding off your counter so well that I could perform even better, So these kind of things happen on the sets, and when you are in sync with your co-actors, when you have, so to say, good energies matching together, and the performance and the chemistry is very much visible on screen, and that's what happened with both of them. Both of them are stunning-looking women. They're so beautiful in their own way. And of course, you can't stop looking. Isko dekho ya isko dekho types. So, but I'm glad that I got a chance to work with both of them as co-actors. Gauhar I've known for many, many years. So it was a reunion, not a reunion, but first time we actually worked together on a project, even after knowing each other as friends for many years. And very accomplished actress in her own way. Shruti, of course, multifaceted singer, songwriter, music composer, multi-award winning actress in so many languages. So the experience overall was really, really good.
Also, like in Kabir Singh, we really loved you. Like you were that supportive character all through. So, like, did anything change after that?
Yeah, lots of things change, when you are a part of a big hit film. Because in Kabir Singh also, I was initially not really wanting to do the film, but it was on the insistence of now my dear friend Sandeep Reddy Vanga, the director. He insisted. He says, "No, Arjan, I want you in part of this film. I know it's not probably the role that you are looking at to play Shahid's older brother, but I want somebody who will complement each other as brothers." And he could see me and Shahid together as brothers. And he was kind enough to say that, okay, I mean, since you're doing it for me, I will give you guest appearance credit. And I said, okay, fine. So let's see. I mean, let's go with the flow. And of course, he gave me the full freedom to portray the character my own way, being the older, protective, older brother, which I'm actually the same way in my real life as well, the way I was in Kabir Singh. And a little bit anecdotes obviously went into playing Kabir's, my role Karan in that. And when you are part of the hit film, it goes without saying, lots of work starts coming up to you. State of Siege happened, and State of Siege did so well. Bestseller happened, and now I'm hoping that the journey is upward and onward from here on as well.
So to conclude, like what is next in store?
Lots of things. I am really, really excited because the kind of response that we've got to the trailer, just with that only, a lot of good subjects and projects are kind of getting lined up. And I'm really looking forward to playing a lot of different roles and, entertain the audience and get all the praises and love from them.
Thank you so much for your time and all the best with Bestseller and like for these wonderful answers as well. Like pretty much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much.